You're listening to the Late Night Football Show with your host, Rohit Singh. That's me. On this show, we talk about some of the most seriously silly topics from the world of football for your entertainment and enjoyment. Please remember that the show is BYOL. Bring your own laughs, since we don't have the budget for a studio audience. Happy listening. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Late Night Football. I hope everyone had a great week, and I know it's not going to get even better because of me. So let's get right into it. The big news story of the week was the K-League, or Korean League, starting this weekend. The start of the league had been postponed back in February, and now, almost 3 months later, here we are. The match was dubbed as the most important game played on Korean soil since the 2002 World Cup final. There was a lot of interest around this match because it was the first league to resume operation after having been suspended due to COVID-19, and everyone was curious to see how it would go. The opening game between Jeonbuk Motors and Suwon Blue Wings was not a spectacle in the footballing sense, but it certainly was memorable in the way some of the off-field routines were conducted. First, the two teams entered the pitch separately, one after the other. Then, the players were asked to bow before each other from a sensible distance in place of the pre-match handshakes. That already sounds more practical than the European League's idea of doing fist bumps pre-match. Of course, the idea of Real Madrid and Barcelona players bowing before each other pre-match is fanciful. If Sergio Ramos was asked to do that, he might become the first player to be red-carded before the game has even started. Or imagine this happening in the Chelsea-Manchester City game from 2010 and Wayne Bridge and John Terry being asked to do that. Yep. Awkward. Anyway, the modifications didn't stop there. Coaches, managers, and substitutes wore face masks while sitting in the dugouts, and players were banned from excessive celebrations or arguing too much with the referee when called for a foul. Yeah, we're lucky COVID-19 didn't happen in the early 2000s, or Gennaro Gattuso wouldn't have played any games at all during this period. I'm sure the referees like these rules though. Okay, PK, that's a foul. What? But I barely touched him. I don't think so, pal. That's a free kick. Oh, what the? Okay, your time limit is up, buddy. Physical distancing now, or yellow card. Okay. The referees also have a convenient excuse when they make a wrong call now. Was that a dive? Sorry, I wasn't slow in catching up. I was just physically distancing myself from you guys. That's why I was too far away from the field. Man, that hot dog was really good. Let's continue. Watch it, guys. If you come too close to me, I'll have to yellow card you. Physical distancing. Anyway, the game was played behind closed doors, so the usual atmosphere wasn't there as expected. Though when Jeonbuk were chasing the winner, the stadium PA did pipe in some artificial noise to rile the players up and get them to rally for the goal. That trick is actually straight from the WWE book, and if I were Vince McMahon, I would trademark it so that other clubs will have to pay them to use it. It might be useful. Extra cash is always handy. Finally, when the game ended, the players exchanged fist bumps rather than the usual embraces. And of course, there were no t-shirts swapped. If Andre Santos was playing, he would ask for the t-shirt before the game even started. And Marco Materazzi would have no problem because he prefers shirts from players' sisters, or so he told Zidane. Anyway, the game ended 1-0 to Jeonbuk, who are the reigning league champions, in case anyone was interested in knowing. Now, the K-League has also benefited by being the first sort of popular league to restart operations, unless you like to watch Belarusian, Burundian, or Nicaraguan football, because with TV broadcasters more desperate for content to satisfy their overcharged clientele, they have gained many lucrative contracts in countries around the world, such as Germany, Australia, and India. Now, that's obviously great news for the league and Korean football, particularly when finances are going to be tight for many of the clubs. As a fun, irrelevant fact, by the way, I once played a season in FIFA 2006 career mode with Suwon Blue Wings in the K-League. Yep, that's a true story.